Alright, I had seen a request for a review of this computer. It is the HP Pavilion Dv7t with the quad-core edition with the i7 and ATI graphics card. Um, I wanted to answer a few questions about this and also cover a few things I felt were important. Um, I guess the first thing I'll hit is its actual shape, the shape of the body, how slim it is, how compact it is for actually a 17-inch. Because I'm going to bring in this old computer of mine. It's not that old, it's only like a couple years old. It's a Gateway. I don't know the model number. It's also 17 inches though. And if you can tell by the camera, it's a little bit taller and the body's a bit bigger. And it's not as low to the desk as the HP is. To me, the HP is just like really slim, really sleek, and even though they have the same exact size screen, um, they managed to make it smaller than other 17 inches. So it's just easier to carry around. It feels better. It's lighter, definitely, than the Gateway is, and it's just a lot better to have. So that's that. Um, Next, I guess I'll go over the features. It's a really fast computer, especially on startup and shutdown. One feature I really like about this is the fingerprint. So all you have to do is swipe your finger. It'll sign you in. I don't want to change. The fingerprint scanner is really handy. If you assign your fingerprints to it, it'll sign you into your computer. It'll sign you into websites, say like Facebook or YouTube or emails, whatever. It'll save your screen name and your password, and then anytime you swipe your finger, say if you're at the sign-in page for that website, it'll just fill in that information for you automatically and sign you in. There's no typing, no trying to remember which password is which. It's really handy and really safe because it only runs with your fingerprint. So you don't have to worry about other people coming in and just like swiping their finger or whatever, and then they'll get into your stuff. No, it runs on your fingerprint and your fingerprint alone. Um, Another thing I wanted to hit was the 5 speaker system that I talked about in the unboxing. The 5 speakers for a laptop actually really surprised me. Of course, there's 2 at the top right by the screen, 2 at the bottom, and then a subwoofer that's underneath. And the subwoofer only comes with the Dv7. So the Dv5 and the Dv4, they don't get a subwoofer, but they will still get the 4 regular speakers. One thing I really appreciated about this computer is this Beats audio right here. It'll have different settings for, say, a movie, for voice, like for webcam or podcast or whatever you want to listen to, and then music, and then it'll also have its separate equalizer that you can have different settings for. You just save whatever settings you want, and with a bunch of other settings that pretty much maximizes your listening experience for whatever you listen to. And for a technophile and audiophile like me, I love things that sound crisp and clear, and this computer really helps with that. The speakers are better than the last generations. With as many as there are, it uses all 5 of them to their max potential. The touchpad is my next topic. As you can see, there is a light ring around it, which is really cool looking, especially in the dark. Now, if you double tap the corner here, it'll turn it off, and it'll deactivate this touchpad, but it'll still leave that little red light on at the top, which my girlfriend compared to looking like an Android eye or something, but either way, it looks really cool whether it's on or it's off. And even just to turn it back on, you just double tap it and the light ring will come back on instantly. As far as how it works, it's really smooth. The multi-touch gestures are a lot better than the last generations. Um, Separating the two keys really helped. Um, but honestly, I think the only people who have seriously gotten the multi-touch right is Apple with their Macs. So, I mean, this thing could still use some work, but it's a really good touchpad. One of the best I've seen on a laptop. Really sensitive, really crisp, and just handles itself really well. Now, as far as how the computer handles, of course, with a quad-core ATI graphics card, everything else like that, it looks and sounds beautiful. Uh, if you can't tell by my wallpaper, I like Minecraft. I also like Warcraft and Starcraft. I like all the crafts. Gaming has been something different on this computer. Minecraft and Warcraft, I can run at full settings, everything high. Starcraft, I still have to tone it down a bit, but I mean, it's Starcraft. For you gamers out there that love the game, it's going to be a really good computer, especially for $1,000. I mean, you can't really beat how much power this thing has for $1,000, and how beautiful it looks with the metal casing and the gloss and the trimmings and everything else that's on it. I did miss that. I wanted to talk about another thing about the body, which was this actual metal. Somebody had asked a question about what metal was actually on here. Now, the only metal that's on this computer, the metal panels, for example, like, is this panel here that surrounds the keyboard that your palms rest on. This panel, and then the panel on the back of the computer is metal as well. But the rest of the computer, the border around the screen, the trimmings on the side, they're plastic, even though they're really high gloss, really high finish. So it looks metal. Like, the entire thing looks metal, but it's not. It's still a really good quality build. Really solid in my hands. When I'm carrying it around, it doesn't feel like it's flimsy or about to fall apart. It has a really good solid build to it. So, just another bonus of having a cheap computer. Well, cheap for gaming, but with a really good quality. Somebody else asked about the screen, whether the screen was plastic or glass. The screen is plastic. So, I mean, they can't go full out on a computer like this. I mean, they do have the Envy line that they want to try to keep as their best computer. So, I mean, if this thing had a full metal body and a glass screen, this computer would definitely just beat out the Envy. Because the speaker systems, the power, the touchpad, everything else pretty much beats out the Envy, except for the backlit keyboard. I guess another concern for viewers would be the resolution. This thing has a Blu-ray player, but it has a resolution of 1600 by 900. That might upset some people because it's not full 1080i. It doesn't have the full HD experience, but it's still going to look better than a DVD player. And some of the quality of a Blu-ray is still going to come out. And plus, with the HDMI cord on the side, if you plug it up to a TV and you adjust the settings, you can get the full 1080i resolution. Last thing is battery life. For a screen this big, for a computer with how much power this thing has, it has a thing called switchable graphics. It'll turn off the graphics card whenever it's on battery, or if you want to put a lower power setting, and then it'll turn it back on whenever you need it for like gaming and stuff. That box was there before. That's what it was asking me for if I wanted to switch the power settings. So with switchable graphics, it saves you a lot of power. I had this thing running for maybe 2 or 3 hours last night with the power, with just on the battery, at a full charge. I'm guessing while you're gaming, I'm gonna say, just a guess of mine, it's gonna last about 45 minutes to an hour if you're gaming on it with the battery. But even that is still really good. I guess any other questions I'll answer in the comments. I hope this was a good review, and enjoy.